si umay dader sana kuku kas manas kopuira manas netikabu sayo si umay dader sana kuku kas manas kopuira manas netikabu ai farira balukira ia congelaran hori kaernetika bumba lorong maras kolorok rai fila ba uma o ano vencira isurang halo dia ba lorong ikusitarian Basa iraman servisu kole Fila limang makas baita oang. So that song is talking about the Timorese farmers is working so hard to feed their family and also sending their kids to school. In my childhood, with my family, we were living up in the hillside near Dili. And we live in the farm area. It's a beautiful area. And it's, I could call like a live supermarket. It's a paradise for us. And I used to go to the school. It's up in the hill in the village called Dare. It's above the area I live. And that time, because we have to arrive at the school at 8:30, because we're leaving early in the morning so we can't take breakfast. So what is we relying on? The food in the forest. Because in the forest that time is plenty of food. So many wild fruits, custard apple, guava, passion fruit, and so many others. So we're having breakfast in the forest. And we're having lunch in the forest when we come back. And also it's a beautiful creek and a clean water. And the only problem is, because that time we don't have a school lunch lunch box. Like today we have sending kids to school. So that time, but we have to competing with monkeys. So if we arrive first, the monkey will miss their breakfast and lunch. So if the monkey arrives first, then they will miss their breakfast and lunch. And during that time, I learned so much. And my mother, especially, she taught me a lot about the food that we've been growing in the farm. It's not only to fill our belly, but also the food that also contain a lot of herbal medicine in it. So my mother always tell me that eating based on seasonal, because the seasonal food is actually contain a lot of vitamin, minerals that protect your body from all kind of disease. And then I have to move to Delhi with my parent, with my mom. And so I study, going to school, primary school in Delhi. But at home, I also growing sort of vegetable, tomato, eggplant, and sweet potato. Also, we're growing some chicken. And while my mom is working in the household, doing some washing, because she's not educated, so but she have a very spirit women that she want to support me. But what disappointing me that the things that I learned from my parent, my mom, I didn't find at school, especially the garden. I went to school, and my teacher taught me something else that I never realized. It's not part of my society. It's not part of my social culture. Something too far away. But that time, I remember we have a small garden at the school. but it's not part of the curriculum. It's like an extra curriculum. So sometimes we help the teacher growing some vegetable, and we harvest, we cook with our student friends, and that's fun. I think if we take all the teaching relate to that, I think the kids will love the subject. So then, when I move, and then I go to junior high school, and I go to high school, and I have to far away. I don't stay at home because I have to stay in the school dormitory in Hera that time. So apart from stay in the dormitory, so we also growing different food because we're far away from our home. So we grow so many variety of food crops, and some we eat for ourselves, and some we selling in the local market to the local community. And again, what we're doing is not taught in the school. When I went to university in 1995, I studied animal science. Even though at home I already grow chicken, pigs, and so on. But the subject or the content of the teaching is completely too far away, just about big scale, massive production, while in reality, we only a small family farm in Timor. So Timor-Leste is an agrarian country. As we know, 70 to 80% of the population live in rural areas. And most of them rely on agriculture as their livelihood. And we're investing a lot of money, billions of dollars, into agriculture development to increase the production to feed the country. But until today, the importation of food crop from overseas to Timor is increasing every year in an enormous amount. And also, percentage of malnutrition is still considered high. So I want to invite all of us to think, why is this? In the paradox of an agrarian community where children are still malnourished. So I think education is the base. So we have to reflect, the education have to reflect the social culture of the people. So therefore, I also involved in the curriculum development team back in 2013. So apart from working with different disciplines, but I mainly work on art and culture. But one thing that we introduced is permaculture garden. So we use permaculture garden as the base for start school garden. And also we introduce traditional cuisine back to the national curriculum. And the national curriculum now is already approved by the law in 2015. And it will be implemented throughout the country, especially for all basic education. So please, we're going to watch this movie about one school garden that's established near Dili.
How si sekolah bagi ke filial konsing, how hanesang pusoi ha sekolah idane, mos how makanesang kopdena do ba sekolah pati. Aminia problema be mamia sori ha pati idane hanesang mos merenda sekolahnya. Ami aprende a tukuda mos hadia minha tosse sekolah, insa bele ami utiliza ba iha merenda sekolahnya. Então ami kuda tomate, íamos berinjela, íamos varia rumah, nabe makiha, íamos kobi, íamos lis, nomos seluk-selukan.
Para lavar sira ia escola, sira aprende halo to escola.
Halo. Sira halo sira botne sa escola mai ajuda.
Ne.
Demo uang sering.
Daqui quando uma escola.
Sira escola se aprende be to escola.
Sim, sira aprende duni. Sira mos aprende duni. Sira se usa da pane kuda hanusa. Ne, hau hata te basira de ne asa modelo. Amba aprende mos hoi dan makapam berim sibel haturi mi badinas.
Ami a escola dane ami senti contenti, ami atu adapta tos escola dane atu kuda, hadiah, iha materi ne be make iha. Ami hahu nomos ami halau atividade tos escola ne iha 2015 e fula novembro. Ami sempre hamutu ko ami ni estudante sira nomos comunidade uma atu ajuda ami o insami bele kuda nomos hadiah ami to sekolah. Iha benefício ne be makami heta ami sente dia tambah ami ni uan sira aprende husi escola então sira bele hodi feleba uma sira bele fo fala informação dane ba uma ama wa pasira
Ulu kuda det makan sai funan serni mas agora ami mos akra aprende dane kuda mos moro e mu serni para belehan e malu sira precisam belfo utiliza bala ba ami mon sira han.
So I want to quote a phrase from our current Prime Minister of Timor-Leste. When he did a speech, open speech at the international conference of finding pathway in education, and he said that our education system is more based on knowledge, while the market is demand the skill. So therefore, the school garden will one of the tools, the pedagogy that will help the student to gain the knowledge and the skill where is a long life skill. So as you seen at the movie, that the school garden is actually very influential, and the teacher can use the school garden and to also with the student to help growing different kind of crops, but also they influence the family home garden. In the part of the curriculum, so the student, they learn making compost, they learn about integrated pest management, they're learning about living fence instead of just concrete fence, and they're also learning about the design of the garden, and also they're learning about seed selection, and also establish a seed bank, and also tree nursery is part of their lesson. So if we use the school garden well, we'll produce amount of food that we could contribute to a school feeding program, whereas it's mentioned on the movie that they have a problem because the food that come into provide for school feeding program is mainly come from outside, and it's not produced locally. And I look at the menu is rice, they have eggs, they have vegetables. That's most of them, as I said, is imported food. So I think it's not sustainable if we keep continuing with that. So I think school garden, if the school garden and the family and the whole community can grow different kind of food based on seasonal and also local condition, I think from out of school garden can contribute a lot of food to school feeding program, where the kids will eating fresh and natural food, and the kids will be very healthy, they're very active, their mind will be will function, the brain will function well, and will have really good, they don't want to miss the school. And also from school garden, will help the teacher look at the curriculum more broad. So the teacher can use the school garden as a live books or a live laboratory. And they can shift from a passive learning inside the classroom into an active learning outside the classroom. So they can teach any science. They can teach math, they can use literacy, they can teach natural science, social science, health, and so on. So the kids will learn so many things in one time. By then, we will increase the quality of the pedagogy teaching method. And also, the student, they learn about environmental problem solving. And also, they learn about how to adapt to climate change. And this will influence the whole community to create a resilient for us today and also for the future. And with this, we'll answer or achieve the some point of Sustainable Development Goals, which is number 2, about zero hunger. Number 3, about health and well-being. Number 4, about quality education. Number 13 is about climate action. If Timor-Leste do well in implementing the school garden using permaculture concept and the practice, if we put an effort in it and make it implemented throughout the whole country, I believe, and I'm very optimistic, that Timor will be the leading country of implementing school garden and giving an example throughout the whole Asia-Pacific country and all tropical country. So let's sing this song to conclude the talk. Ho, 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 Timor. Oh, how did I? Oh, 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 Timor. One more, please. Oh, 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 Timor. Oh, how did I? Oh, 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 Timor. Loro sai, doloro moru. Tau si fleto, tau si mare, e mai ganaran. Timor, loro sai. Laya firaku, laya kalari. Ita mesa Timor wande. Never yamutu. Hari Timor loro sai. Please join me. Ho, 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 Timor. Oh, how did I? Oh, 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 Timor. One more, please. Oh, 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 Timor. Oh, how did I? Oh, oh. Thank you.